So I'm cooking steak. I'm putting the fat cap down first so I can render some of that fat out of that thick fat cap. And for those of you who don't know what the fat cap is, it's that outer side right there. And that is going to be essentially my cooking grease throughout most of this process. The rest will be butter. Give it a few minutes on that. I already salted this steak as well. Now, I'm going to let it sear. There's a misconception that steak has to be complicated to get a perfect medium well done steak. It's not. You hear? You want it on medium heat. If your gauge goes from like 1 to 10, you want it on like 7. Medium high heat. You want to get a good sear. First of all, look at the perfect marbling in this steak. Look at that. That's nothing but flavor. Salted both sides. I blended up some fresh peppercorns. Super fragrant. It's almost like a perfume almost. I love the smell of ground peppercorn. Fresh ground peppercorn. That's amazing. And then I harvested some basil out of the garden, some Thai basil. I'm going to infuse the flavor into the steak. I'll show you how to do that. The key is to let the sear happen without disturbance. Now, if your heat is consistent, as you see, I'm using a cast iron. It's an enamel covered cast iron, which is easier to take care of than, raw cast iron. It'll take about a good 2 to 3 minutes on each side to get a good sear. Be patient. A good steak is worth it. These are about 1-inch cut steaks. Just perfect. Let it go, let it go. In the meantime, I'm going to get my butter ready. Fresh butter here. Got more on deck. And Scotch bonnet. That's my secret. Got fresh chopped garlic here. I'm gonna put some good flavor into this steak. So this is the moment where you see if the sear has taken. If it's moving without any sticking, 9 times out of 10, boom, look at that. You got a perfect sear. Perfect sear. So while the second side is going on its sear, this is where we get the full cook going on. I'm going to put my butter right on top. Let that melt from the residual heat of the cook. As that butter accumulates, you can see the butter right now glazing over. It's going to add to the overall fat content of the pan, which is going to allow us to fry our steak perfectly. Mind you, that bottom side is getting its own sear, so you want to leave it alone. I'm going to add my garlic right on top of the steak. I'm going to add some thyme also on top of that steak. I'm adding it on top and not into the actual frying butter because I don't want it to burn. And then I'm going to add a little bit of basil right on top. What I will allow to burn a little bit is the peppercorn. I'm going to add that straight in. Because burnt peppercorn adds flavor too. That's something that adds flavor when it burns. There's a balance to it, but it adds flavor. So I'm going to tilt the pan, get some of that butter that's melting. I want to keep all my additives on top of the actual steak. Boom, and then we're just going to baste the steak as that butter continues to melt. And once you have enough to fully scoop butter, you just want to keep going. Keep it going. Don't let up. Don't let up. What we're essentially doing is frying the steak in such a way where it can sear and cook throughout all the way.